Day spoke about the Sparrow Kingdom, a peaceful realm renowned for its millennia of history, which now found itself in an extremely precarious situation. Demons had relentlessly invaded the city, leaving only the palace standing. The remaining survivors in the palace clung to the last vestiges of hope and fought for their lives, embodying the theme of their struggle. Leon listened intently and noted that each gate had a different backdrop. Day explained that the gates were varied and subject to time limits. Normally, a dungeon break would occur if monsters were neglected within a gate, but in quests with time limits, the gate would close only if the conditions of the quests were met. Leon then called Jin and mentioned that he hadn't planned to intervene, but given the urgency of the situation, he was reconsidering. He asked if Jin would be willing to step in if he informed Spinnen, and decided to get involved. Jin agreed and noted that the association president had already anticipated this possibility. The others wondered if they might be promoted as a result. Leon mentioned there was one more thing he wanted to ask, whether they knew about the hidden quests. Jin inquired about Leon's intentions. Leon replied that he was considering killing the demon lord. Afterward, Leon sat with his rare glass and observed that, as expected, the demonic energy from a demon troll did not yield promising results. He guessed that it would only warrant a brief connection with the Pantheon. Ariana called him and asked if he felt the same way. Leon agreed, saying it took him a while to notice, but he sensed an energy of a different nature within the gate. Ariana remarked that Leon might not have easily detected this, given that the energy had naturally seeped into the world through a living body. Leon speculated that the presence was likely a being powerful enough that even he had been unable to detect it for a long time, suggesting it could be a demon king or something of a similar level, perhaps a lord-level demon. Ariana found it strange, noting that a being of such strength should possess a more potent energy. She also mentioned that another deity of the Pantheon wanted to convey something to him. Leon acknowledged that he was listening. Ariana mentioned that Plu wished to inspect the world and must have sensed something. Leon replied that they would need energy for her descent. Ariana noted that she didn't need to explain how to accomplish that. Leon agreed, adding that there was a different method. Later, Leon and the others arrived at a mansion in a carriage. A man welcomed them and introduced himself as Farco, the head butler. He promised to serve them to the best of his abilities and asked them to follow him. As they walked inside, Leon remarked that the palace owner appeared to have a great sense of art. Farco confirmed that this was indeed the case and explained that the Sparrow Palace reflected the long history of their kingdom. From the first queen, Fiora, to the current queen, Beatrice, the palace had served countless queens. Dohan was shocked by the number of queens. Day speculated that it must be a matriarchal society. Dohan noticed that Leon was observing differently. Leon commented that the manners they were witnessing seemed like gossip about the royal family, akin to what peasants would discuss. Day and Dohan apologized for any offense caused. They apologized, admitting that they were a group of people who never learned proper etiquette and had been forced into the situation due to its urgency. Farco replied that such things happened occasionally. They finally reached the presence chamber, where Leon was informed that the queen was waiting for him. As the gate opened, Leon entered to find many men standing there. A man approached and asked if he was Leon, the one who had contributed to the battle at the palace gates. The man introduced himself as Duke Archium, the Chancellor of the kingdom. He announced that he had decided to bestow a knighthood upon Leon for his accomplishments during the last battle, and that the queen would deliver a speech in praise of his bravery. Leon requested to greet the queen before the speech. As he moved toward the queen, another man stopped him. The Chancellor told Leon that, despite his achievements, it was inappropriate for an outsider to approach the queen directly. Day agreed, noting that even if the Chancellor raised his voice, he wouldn't be upset. Leon addressed the queen, stating that he couldn't comply with the protocol and needed to introduce himself despite how rude it might seem. The Chancellor, shocked by Leon's audacity, demanded to know what he was saying and what he thought he was doing. He instructed the captain to take Leon away. Leon seized the Chancellor by the head, causing Day and the others to gasp in shock and ask what Leon was doing. Leon twisted the Chancellor's head, killing him. Leon wondered about the significance of the current moment. Knights surrounded Leon, and the captain demanded to know what was happening. Day called out to Leon, and a knight asked for an explanation. Leon responded, noting how smooth their deception had been and questioning how long they had planned to hide their true identities. He asked if they really thought they could escape the notice of the King of the Lion's Heart and demanded that they reveal their true forms as demons. At that moment, the Chancellor and others revealed their demonic forms. Leon instructed everyone to stop panicking and called his army to assemble for the fight, confident that they would prevail. As a demon lunged at Leon, he stopped the attack with a single finger and then swiftly killed the demon with a slash. The captain, shocked by the sight, remarked that demons were hiding within the castle and called them evil bastards. Some men pleaded for help. The captain joined the battle against the demons, ordering that they kill every demon and leave no stone unturned. As Leon continued to fight, he glanced at the queen, but the captain intervened to stop him. Leon acknowledged the captain's loyalty but criticized his failure to prioritize the royal family during such an emergency. The captain insisted that his sole loyalty was to the queen. Leon found this understandable but pointed out that as the captain was obstructing him, Leon used his finger to knock the captain's sword into the air, asserting that he was in charge of asking questions and making judgments, as was the queen. The captain needed to understand his place. The captain argued that the queen was not in a state to make clear judgments, and with the chancellor dead, he had assumed authority. Leon responded that the castle was filled with corrupting energy and that the captain needed to act quickly to eliminate the demons. The captain asked if Leon was certain, and Leon assured him that a king did not lie. When asked what he wanted, Leon demanded command over the soldiers and the authority to rid the castle of the evil, stating that he would resolve the issue as they were powerless. As a large crowd gathered around Leon, he declared that he had been granted full authority and was the king of the Lionheart Kingdom. He revealed that several among them were possessed by demons and that their plan was likely to incite a revolution alongside their infiltration of the castle. Leon assured them there was no need to worry, as he had a method for distinguishing between those who were possessed and those who were not. A man asked what this method was. Leon explained that he would demonstrate it, instructing those who were not evil, who had not been corrupted, and who were not heathens to step forward to prove their innocence. He would show them an example first. Suddenly, a man began to burn and screamed in agony. The crowd was terrified, fearing that Leon might be killing them. The man screamed for death, but when the flames reached a girl, she remained unharmed and wondered why the man was screaming. Another man noticed the body of the dead person and realized what was happening. Leon explained that the sacred flames would burn those who were evil and that they should thank Pitos, the divinity of war and fire, and shout his name in glory as they walked through the flames. The crowd wondered if the flames only burned demons. Leon shouted at them to hurry and enter the flames, questioning whether they were all corrupted or if they wished to be slain by his sword. In response, everyone rushed through the flames, and only a few were left unharmed. Leon declared that the stench of corruption was pervasive and warned that he would punish those who remained, vowing to rip their souls to pieces. A demon sneered, claiming that humans didn't even know their place and that they wouldn't die peacefully. Leon, enraged, shouted so loudly that the demons felt pain in their ears. He referred to them as arrogant worms who fed on human emotions. He denounced their audacity to masquerade as humans and to group together as soldiers, asserting that he would not tolerate it. They would all die in agony, their cries of despair and suffering echoing throughout the world. Another demon, shocked by Leon's fury, remarked on his madness. Leon, even more enraged, condemned the demon for its insolence, making it clear that they had crossed the wrong person. The old man with the orb observed the scene, noting that the infiltration plan had failed. Leon demanded that the demons scream and cry even more in pain, as it was the only way they could please him. Meanwhile, the orb grew increasingly angry watching the scene unfold. Leon tied a demon to a log and hung it up, declaring that the citizens of the Sparrow Kingdom had no reason to fear as long as he existed. He proclaimed that this evil species would not be able to harm them. The demon, still defiant, warned that it would not be over and that they would all be destroyed, along with the corruption it represented. Leon interrupted by striking the demon to silence it. He instructed the people to look at the dirty beast and revealed that this demon was the source of their suffering, causing seduction, fear, starvation, sickness and disharmony within their families. He explained that the demon was responsible for their misfortunes, including the reasons why they fell into despair that morning, struggled to find marriage partners, and lost money to gambling. As the demon tried to speak again, Leon silenced it by breaking one of its horns. A lady wondered if the demon was the cause of her mother's illness. A man realized that the demon was responsible for his rejection by Merrild. Another boy blamed the demon for his loss of all his money in gambling the previous day. The demon questioned why it was at fault. Leon responded by striking it again, breaking another horn, and commanding it to be silent. He addressed the crowd, explaining that demons were creatures that brought misfortune into their lives. Everything that had gone wrong was the fault of demons, and their lack of faith was also due to these malevolent beings. However, he assured them there was no need to fear, for Pitos, the divinity of war and fire, had granted them divine flames. Leon then pointed to a red-haired boy and asked him to come forward. He handed the boy a fire sword and instructed him to punish the demon until it had atoned for its sins. The boy hesitated, and Leon asked if he was feeling pity for the demon. The boy denied it, explaining that the demons had killed his father. As the boy prepared to strike the demon, the creature threatened to pursue him to the depths of hell for revenge. Leon intervened by punching the demon to silence it, his expression softening slightly. Hi guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy the content.